Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. The New Hampshire labor force is growing, but not quite in the way you might expect. Let's take a look at a couple graphics. First of all, here is the good news. The labor force is growing. The New Hampshire labor force between January 07 and January of this year. You can see the about January 11th, January of 2011, where the big downside was with the labor force, and now it's been going up steadily, and right now we're outpacing the rest of the states in New England. Now, the other news is this, and take a close look at this, and I want to focus on the colors here, because the blue colors are those who are seniors, 65 and over. There's where the labor force growth is, and the growth of our population. The red is where we have deficits, and that is working adults between 20 and 64, basically. And we're going to have a description of this by our economist in just a minute, because it is concerning. My guest star, Russ Thibeault, President of Applied Economic Research. Welcome back.
Good to be here.
And Todd Fahey, State Director for AARP here in New Hampshire. Welcome.
Hello, Fred. Thank you.
Nice to have you. Before we get to AARP, because you just had a big summit on Northern New England seniors, let's go to that graphic again. Let's put that back up, Mr. Director. What's the significance here, Russ?
Well, this is the projected population growth by age in New Hampshire over the next decade. And in a nutshell, what it's saying is all of the population growth in the state over the next decade is going to be over age 65. The net population growth. Those are the blue bars. Those are the blue bars. As you move down this chart, you get younger and younger. And that first red bar is really the prime age category, working age category. So it says that the first chart you showed, Fred, shows that our labor force is growing again, which is good. But when you look at going forward, the challenge is this aging workforce that New Hampshire businesses are going to have to deal with.
Yeah. I'm going to ask both of you to start talking. What's driving this trend, do you think?
Well, I mean, we have an aging state for sure. The issue really is people are going to be staying in the workforce longer. So if you're talking about an older workforce, it's because people at 65 are not what they once were. 65 is not even full retirement age. 66 is now full retirement age, and ever increasing. So people are working longer by choice or necessity.
Or necessity, right. What say you about what's driving this trend?
I think it's primarily that there's so many baby boomers. And we, baby boomers, are aging, and we're aging in place. This is not a matter of old people moving into New Hampshire or seniors moving into New Hampshire. It's really people that are already maybe today 50 to 70, the baby boomer age categories, that are already here and that are going to get older during the next decade.
Now, Northern New England is one of the oldest parts of the country. Let's look at these graphics and I'll show you. First of all, here is the New Hampshire at 41.9 years. That's the median age in New Hampshire. Now let's go to Maine and Vermont. Vermont 42.2 years, and Maine, the winner, at 43.6 years. That's old.
These are among the three oldest in the country, three oldest median age states in the country.
What say you, Todd, about that? Because
well,
you just went through a summit among those three states on the economics of the senior population.
Right. The summit was entitled Gray is the New Green, and it was done with a collection of partners around the region. And there's value in aging, and there's value in an aging workforce. And I think while we need to attract a younger workforce and build it for all the reasons that we're aware of, we also need to celebrate the experience and what an older workforce brings. And there are opportunities to do that with some innovative thinking.
Quickly, what are businesses doing to cope with this?
First thing is, I think a lot of businesses, are addressing it, and they're figuring out the fact that some of their key people want to work longer. And at the same time, they recognize that you need to train a younger generation of workers to make businesses viable. So if you have leaders, you want leaders to train leaders. Yeah,
and you're going to have flexi working hours and flexi benefits?
Exactly, the flexible working hours. A lot of people don't want to stop working, they just don't want to work as hard. Yeah. And as many hours. So I think businesses can capitalize on that, and many of them don't have a choice with an unemployment rate of only 2.8.
2.8 is the unemployment rate in New Hampshire. Russ Thibeault, President of Applied Economic Research, and Todd Fahey, State Director of AARP. Thank you. We could keep going, but we hit the spot.
Thank you, Fred.
And if you want to see some of that again, you can go to WMUR.com, go up on the left-hand corner where it says menu, click on that, then click on local news, and then scroll down to New Hampshire's Business.